You gay? You gay? Excuse me. You gay?
The best average gamer features strong language. Anal discretion is advised. Join the internet is the best average gamer.
Hello, what's up, mi amigos? This is me, Join the Internet, the best average gamer. Just making, I guess, a bit of a end of year video for 2015. So many things to talk about. And in fact, I feel like I haven't even had the full video game experience in 2015 because there's been so many games that have come out. I've alluded to this in a previous video. Just that it's been such an extensive year, such an exhausting year for really great games. The ones that I got to play extensively at this point are unfortunately limited to the PlayStation 4, which is still really good. I mean, this is simply because of lack of funds. Maybe if these videos end up making it somewhere, which I mean I don't know why. It's not like these are super entertaining. Not like I'm offering really unique perspectives or anything like that. Unless you like the perspective of a gay, crippled, and very depraved man, then this might have a lot of value to you, and especially one who happens to be a PlayStation 4 fan. I wish I had a PC that could run games. I don't. I've been kind of thinking of building one just because I'd like to experience what that's like for a time. I've never had a super powerful computer, though since the age of 7 I've have been around computers in some form. There has been some cool video game news. The Video Game Awards just happened a few days ago at this point. Today is the 9th of December. And I don't even know who won, but I guess apparently it's getting a lot of traffic. And games are making a splash in 2015. My favorite by far probably has to be Metal Gear Solid 5. I spent so many hours on that game, just a single player. Like everybody else seems to be, I was disappointed by the story, but this is coming from actually a fan of the series, and I don't want to spoil it for anybody who has yet to play it. I highly recommend you play that game. I highly recommend you play Bloodborne. I highly recommend you get The Witcher 3. And right now, I'm still waiting to play Fallout 4. I actually kind of get stuck playing these twitchy games. You're seeing here, for example, right now, I'm playing Call of Duty Black Ops 3, which is the most fun I've had with a first-person shooter of this type in a while. It's still super frustrating, and I'm still not very good. That's gonna take a long time. Certainly not MLG, but as the best average gamer, I gotta tell you, if you're watching this footage, you're gonna see that I'm doing all the great tactics. Camping, camping mostly. If you are getting into video games now, again, as I kind of was, for a long time, ever since I was a kid, I've loved video games, but I haven't had, like, I had a PS3, I had to sell it, ended up buying one again. It was playing catch up. This was a period from, like, somewhere around 2006 to maybe 2012, 2013 or something like that. I've missed out on so many games. So coming into it in 2015, it's like getting a refresher course on where games are right now. And even though games right now kind of, one point that I am reading over and over, seeing in YouTube videos and things like that, is that the consoles right now are underpowered, especially when compared to PCs. And this seems to be true. If you look at graphics right now, they're impressive, but I gotta admit they're not where I thought they'd be in 2015. Maybe one exception might be Battlefront, Star Wars Battlefront. That game looks gorgeous, frankly. Um, that game looks really good. When I played the beta, it didn't have that hook that kind of that would have maybe inspired me to buy it. When I played the Black Ops 3 beta, I had a lot more fun with it, and that probably has to do with the gameplay in Star Wars Battlefront. Just judging from the beta, which isn't fair, I'll admit, but just judging from the beta, it seems just as shallow as Black Ops 3, but Black Ops 3 and Call of Duty in general, Black Ops 3 is kind of padded with all this other stuff to kind of keep it fresh. And if I sound reluctant to say that, is because I'm not a Call of Duty player. I'm actually coming into Call of Duty. I bought Advanced Warfare, didn't play it too much, so I'm not a person that is buying these games year after year after year. If you're one of them, I can't imagine why this would have enough to really keep you tied over. Still fast-paced gameplay, still super frustrating sometimes until you really start learning the map, still really start learning the choke points, really start getting those reflexes there. That's when it becomes really cool. And frankly worth the price of admission. I don't think I haven't bought any DLC for any of the games I purchased this year, and I haven't had reason to complain that DLC exists really, other than the fact that maybe it might fracture a gameplay community. For example, if there's already a small community, not everybody buys DLC. I can imagine that slowly but surely killing an online community. Um, One example, I guess, I'm seeing, in even just talking about all the sales that have come out this year, one example I'm seeing is Evolve. That game was one game that I would say it was a catastrophic failure this year, which is a shame. The game looks fun enough. Um, One thing that I think might have killed it was just the overwhelmingly bad press that they received for all of the DLC that existed for it at launch. I believe it was somewhere in the realm of, in order to have a complete game on launch, it would have cost you $120. Now that is a seems at a glance like a big deal until you realize that I guess most of it was cosmetic. I don't know too much about that game to say for sure. The question to me is, will I get to play all of the great games that have seemed to have come out this year? Hopefully I do. Hopefully extensively. But even now, Sony just announced that they're going to be releasing classic games on the PS4. I guess that means I'm going to be stuck playing all these old ass games, which is another thing in itself. But this is Join the Internet. Love you guys. Check out my website, www.whatistheinter.net. Let me know if you're gay, Canadian, Cuban.